I guarantee that after watching this video, you're going to forget all about those dull, basic laptops. This is the Lenovo Legion 7i, the ultimate champion of customizable RGB lighting and unmatched gaming power. This beauty features an Intel 14th Gen i9-HX processor and an NVIDIA RTX 4070 GPU, ensuring top-tier performance in a sleek, stylish design. Before I unleash this beast, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. The Lenovo Legion 7i is a looker, no doubt about it. While Lenovo promotes the Glacier White model for its premium feel, our Eclipse Black Review unit holds its own. It embraces a classic design with a matte black finish and sharp edges that complement its impressive lightness. The Legion 7i's design might not scream revolutionary at first glance, but it has some similarities with the previous Lenovo Slim models. However, there's a certain comfort in this classic approach. Moving beyond aesthetics, the Legion 7i boasts a comprehensive port selection fit for any gamer's needs. It features a 4-in-1 SD card reader, a versatile USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port that doubles as a DisplayPort 1.4, supports 140-watt power delivery, and delivers blazing fast 10 GB per second data transfer speeds. Security is also prioritized with an e-shutter switch for the webcam. Rounding out the options are two USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, another USB-C 3.2 Gen 2, and HDMI 2.1 for high-resolution displays, a future-proof Thunderbolt 4 port, a DC in port for charging, and a headphone and mic jack. Now the highlight for many gamers is the RGB lit keyboard. It's super flashy for sure, but if you're into that kind of thing, you're gonna love it. It also offers 6 different RGB light patterns to choose from. But the layout presents an interesting point to consider. While some might find the number pad on the right unnecessary, sacrificing space for other keys, Lenovo clearly balances the need for a full-size keyboard on a 16-inch laptop without compromising on key spacing. The Mylar touchpad is also surprisingly large, making its slightly leftward alignment a non-issue. Where the keyboard truly shines is its wealth of convenient shortcut keys. Pressing the function key illuminates a number of options including performance mode changes, a refresh rate toggle between 60Hz and 165Hz, and shortcuts for customizing the RGB lighting. The keys themselves are incredibly soft to touch, further enhancing the overall user experience. Then you've got that huge 16-inch display with super crisp resolution, almost like a 3.2K version of your phone's screen. Unfortunately, it's not an OLED screen, but the colors are seriously impressive, like crazy accurate. And it gets super bright, so you don't even have to worry about squinting, even if you're gaming in broad daylight. The best part is that it's actually easy on your eyes. They put in some special tech to reduce that blue light which messes with your sleep, and there's even a coating that cuts down on glare. Basically, you can immerse yourself in your favorite shows or games for hours without feeling like your eyeballs are going to explode. Speaking of immersion, the dual 2-watt speakers on this thing are no joke. They're made by Harman, which is a big name in sound, and they get surprisingly loud. They even have some cool tech that makes the sound feel more spacious, like you're right in the middle of the game. It's not going to replace your fancy headphones, but for everyday use, it's pretty damn good. Now this laptop packs some serious muscle. I've got the 32GB DDR5 RAM and 1TB SSD storage variant that runs on the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 GPU along with the Intel Core i9 14900HX CPU. So naturally I expected it to be a beast, and let me tell you, it mostly didn't disappoint. I threw some super intense games at it, like AAA titles on 1080p with all the graphics cranked up. Most games ran buttery smooth, averaging between 97 and 112 FPS. Even games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla looked incredible and played without any hiccups. There were a couple of bumps on the road though. Super demanding games like Borderlands 3 on the highest settings did dip a bit, dropping to around 80 FPS. This is probably because the RTX 4070 in this model only has 8GB of GDDR6 VRAM. It's not the top of the line card, but it's still pretty darn good for most games. Benchmarks also kind of confirm this, putting the overall performance in a pretty decent to average category. But let's forget the benchmarks for a second, because the real-life performance of this laptop has been incredibly consistent. I experienced a super smooth gaming session that felt much better than what the numbers might suggest. The only real downside is that this laptop gets a bit toasty after a while, especially on high performance mode. It can even throttle a bit, reaching to temperatures close to 107 degrees Celsius. This is probably because the cooling system struggles to keep up when things get intense and the fans do get loud. Now, like most gaming laptops, the Legion 7i's battery life isn't amazing. It's a 99.99 watt unit, which translates to roughly 3 hours on a full charge. Not ideal for long unplugged sessions, but the good news is that the included 230 watt charger is a beast. It can fully juice this thing up in just over an hour. So while you might need to be near an outlet for extended gaming sessions, at least you don't have to wait forever to jump back into action. As for software, the Legion 7i comes with Windows 11 pre-installed, so you're good to go right out of the box. Bonus points for including a free trial of Xbox Game Pass PC, 3 whole months to try out tons of awesome games. But the real star of the software show is Lenovo Vantage. Think of it as your one-stop shop for all things gaming on this laptop. It's super easy to use, unlike some clunky software out there. You can choose from 4 different cooling modes to keep your laptop from overheating during intense gameplay. Plus, it's powered by some fancy AI tech that can actually detect when you're gaming and automatically switch to the best performance mode. It's also got a bunch of other tools to optimize your system and keep an eye on its health. Pretty neat. Finally, let's talk pricing. The Legion 7i starts at Rs 1,64,500 for the base variant. But the top of the line model with the RTX 4070 can set you back much more at Rs 2,09,990. So it might not be the absolute best value, but it's undeniably cool looking and caters perfectly to gamers who prioritize aesthetics and performance. If you've got the cash and want a head-turning laptop to dominate the competition, the Legion 7i could be your champion. Just remember, you'll be paying a premium for that privilege, especially if you want the top-of-the-line variant with the most powerful graphics card.